the conversation of the finance bill happening across the country, we cannot deny that financial literacy is key. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is what brings us to the motion of the day, which states, financial literacy is the best risk management against an insecure financial future of our country, Kenya. The proposers of this motion are Chuka Boys, and the opposers are Nyangwa Boys High School. Proposer, speaker one, you have 3 minutes. Chuka Boys.
Financial literacy is like a compass that leads you through unknown territory, but financial resources are the path which you use. So financial literacy, which is the path, enables you to find your way even when the path is unclear. Today, in front of you, I'm Amos Ndirangu from Chuka High, proposing the motion, financial literacy is the best risk management for an insecure financial future. Financial literacy is the ability to read, analyze, and communicate about personal finances. Risk management is the practice of economic value in a firm by using financial instruments to manage exposure to risk. So my first point is on consumer protection. Financial literacy enables a person to make informed decisions against predatory financial practices like frauds or scams. If a person is not financially literate, he might fall into these traps, which might further cause him to fall into bankruptcy and even poverty. So to avoid these situations which affect the overall economy, it is better to be financially literate. My second point is on liquidity risk. Liquidity risk is when it is difficult to sell an investment or an asset without a loss in value. This is brought by emergencies, like in the 2020 situation in Corona. It affected our economy in a very negative way, and even some people personally. Some people became bankrupt, others fell back to poverty, while others still managed to survive. Why? Because they were financially literate to set some money aside for emergency funds. Others had assets and liabilities. They were literate enough to balance their balance sheet in a way such that even without their salaries or wages, they could earn from their assets to be able to survive even when the whole country is under an economic crisis. So I thus propose the motion, financial literacy is the best risk management for an insecure financial future.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, I'm Lewis Monene from Nyangwa Boys High School, ready to oppose the motion that reads financial literacy is the best risk management against insecure financial future of our country, Kenya. Now, my opponent has given a very shallow definition of financial literacy, which according to World Bank is simply the ability to comprehend and effectively apply various financial skills such as personal financial management, investing and budgeting. And now he has also defined the term risk management in a very shallow way. Risk management is simply the systematic process of identifying, assessing, and mitigating threats and uncertainties that can affect an individual or organization. Now, with all that said, now that you are enlightened with the definitions of the various words, let us kick on to the first point. He has talked about the COVID-19 pandemic. Well, I think he's wrong because everybody knows that Corona had a very significant and very negative impact in our country. And you cannot say that even the people who are financially literate were not affected by the pandemic. Now, I want to offer solutions, and we are not saying that financial literacy is not important. We are just saying it is not the best and it is not the sole solution. So that is why I'm here to give you other solutions that can help in ensuring a secure future for our country. Now, I'm on to my first point, which is diversification of income sources. The government, instead of focusing mostly on financial literacy, can go to trying to diversify income sources. And one of the ways to do this is by agricultural modernization. And one of the best ways is investment in technology. Agriculture, as we all know, has employed a very significant population in our country, having 70% of Kenyans living in rural areas employed under the agricultural sector. And this is according to Kenya National Bureau of Statistics, and it was a result. The survey was conducted in 2022. The same survey also states that 40% of all Kenyans are employed under agriculture. So what does this tell us? Instead of focusing on making people more financially literate, we should focus on other agricultural modernization, and this will help our country. You can't tell me that if a person is financially literate and they don't have the money, they'll not have any chance to apply the financial literacy. So it will be, you can just call it useless. If they don't have anything they can save, they can budget or invest. So if the government focuses on agricultural modernization, the people will have the finances, and also they can also incorporate financial literacy, which will help the people to manage their finances better. Now, I am sure, with all that said and done, my opponent had talked of COVID-19. That is one of the unforeseen risks that we are talking about, and one that which people should have found a way to mitigate. Now, if the people are financially literate, they would have, if the people are financially literate, even if they would have not been able to cope with the impacts, because it's had a very strong and negative impact in our economy. That's all from me. I am Lewis Monene. Thank you.
Our opposer has said that that we should remove financial literacy and put other thing agriculture. We say that agriculture, those people who participate in agriculture, they are financial literate, because in our definition, it says that financial literacy is the ability to read, analyze about one person's financial condition. Hence, those farmers who are practicing in agriculture, they are financial literate, because they have the ability to read, analyze about their personal resources. My name is Fortune Ochieng from Chuka Boys. On to my first point is individual empowerment. Financial literate individuals are better equipped with the skill of saving, investing, and managing debt. How is this? Let us take in a situation that you are in a school, and let us take for an example, there is an accident which has occurred or an issue which you need to face. With financial literacy, you will have the skill of saving, investing, and managing debt. Because if you have a debt, you will know, with financial literacy, you will have that skill of managing that debt. So financial literacy is the best risk management against insecure future. On to my second point is technology. How does this secure one's financial future? Technology is one of the fastest growing sectors in the global economy. Investing in technology compared in embedding their ability to develop and involve their new products and services. With financial literacy, we are able to bring about technology, which we know that with the help of technology, also those farmers which our first opposer said, they use technology, which is also rely on financial literacy to help the agriculture sector to grow. So financial literacy, with the help of technology, will help those farmers to have a better production in the agriculture sector. So hence, I will firmly propose the motion, which states that financial literacy is the best risk management against an insecure financial future. Thank you.
I am the second bearer of a solution. There's a secret in psychology of money. Most people don't know about it. Lack of money is not the problem. It is merely a symptom of what's going on inside you. Today, we are going to offer solutions on financial literacy. We are here not saying that financial literacy should not be put as a solution, but we are here to say that it is not the only one, because in the first place, there is high unemployment rates. One, according to Kenya National Bureau of Statistics, the unemployment rate was 7.4% in 2021. This is a high relative rate of unemployment. If financial literacy is there, what is it there to do? If people don't have that money, how is financial literacy going to help them? Also, the government should offer finances on the starting businesses, the small businesses, so that they may grow to get that solution of money first before we implement financial literacy. Without the finances, practicing financial literacy will not be a very good role to play in financial literacy. And to my second point, financial literacy teaches people on how to budget and save. So what are we saving in the first place? With the economy we have, with the financial bill that has been posted just recently, we have a very bad economy. The trade, the employment rates, very low. So we don't have those finances needed to practice financial literacy. So the government should offer more finances on those growing businesses, so that we may have that finance to practice financial literacy. There's also, he talked about technology. Don't you know that the technology you are talking about will open the gates to predatory practices such as high unemployment, they'll open gates to wider like hacking, like the financial predatory practices. These opening up people to technology won't help. And finally, we are not saying that financial literacy should be put down. Financial literacy should be taken as a supplement, should be mixed with others, so that we may help Kenya in our insecure financial future. Thanks.
Financial literacy is the best management for an insecure financial future. Take a good example, having a hospital and having medical knowledge. You can have a medical knowledge, but if I bring an ill person, you can treat him or her. But if you have the knowledge, with the absence of the hospital, you will be able to treat because you have the knowledge. So let's put financial literacy at the foot of medical knowledge. Okay, the first proposer, he has spoken about agricultural investments. You are just speaking about the financial situations. Yes, you have the agriculture. You know the money, the income you use to buy the goods, to sell the goods, the rate, the product. So if you are speaking about agricultural investment, instead you are supporting me. And the second, he has spoken about that we have no resources. Provided you have financial literacy, you'll have entrepreneurial skills. You'll invent new things, so there is no incident that you can have lack of resources. So on to my first point, I'm Kowad Monene, Chuka boys, and if Kowad is hard for you, can call me Messiah, because I'm going to give you the light that team opposing is trying to cover you with the darkness. Okay, on to my first point, entrepreneur and inventions. Okay, financial literacy. In a financial literacy country, it contains financial literate personnel who will automatically, systematically, obviously start a business. It will earn their money. How will the country gain the money? VAT tax. They will invent new things. They will practice entrepreneurial practices. Okay, they will export the goods. The country will have the money. So it will boost the country's economic growth. And everyone is asking of an example of a country. Let's use Sweden. Sweden has a strong culture of financial literacy, in which they start teaching the financial basics to the children at a tender age. So this has led to its growth and its development in the economic boost. Okay, on to my second point, I'll speak about the emergency funds. Emergency funds. A literate country will set aside some money for emergency funds. Through the budgeting, they just set a few money so that it can cover for any emergency, because we say it's better prevention than cure. Okay, let's just start domestically in Kenya. Recent days there have been floods, many family disrupted with it. The president gave 10,000. 10,000 can't sustain a family. A family of 5, you have nothing. 10,000 can't sustain. So if the country is literate, financial literate, I know that I'm saying that Kenya is illiterate in terms of finances, that is inadequate. So if it will have the required financial literacy, it will lead to setting aside large amount of money, which will automatically come as a rescue for any emergency calamities. Kowad Monene, I would like to urge everyone to side my side, because financial literacy is the best risk management for a secure future. Thank you.
In today's dynamic economic landscape, individuals navigate a myriad of financial decisions daily, from managing personal investment to planning for retirement. All these are based at financial literacy. And my question is, why based on financial literacy instead of looking at other things that will help us have a secure future as Kenya? Before I give you the solutions, I have a word to give to my worthy proposers here. The first proposers, the second proposer has talked about saving. That if you teach financial literacy, people will be able to save. And I have a question. How many of us are saving and have been taught about financial literacy? How many of us have gone to a class to be taught about financial literacy so that they can know about saving? How many? No one. Saving is general knowledge. So we don't need financial literacy for us to be taught about saving, leave alone financial literacy. Let's look at other solutions. My first solution is that we should ensure that there is income equality among our Kenyans. Because what is first high inequality? It means that a substantial portion of the population does not have sufficient income to save or invest, regardless of their financial knowledge. As of 2022, about 36.1% of the Kenyan population lived below the poverty line. This was research done by the Kenya Bureau of Statistics. So we have people who are living below the poverty line, and you're expecting us to start teaching financial literacy. Why? While we have people who are down. Because those in extreme poverty may prioritize immediate survival over long-term financial planning, rendering financial literacy less effective. And a proverb says that two heads is better than one. And as you can see here, people are trying to find ways, looking for long-term financial planning, prioritizing immediate survival over long-term financial planning, rendering financial literacy less effective. As they are trying to do this, we can also see the government taking part in this because the government has developed various youth employment initiatives over time aimed at entrepreneurship support and making the labor market work with online work opportunities and temporary jobs for the urban youths. So where is financial literacy coming here? Nowhere. The government is trying to look for ways to give the people money. We don't see financial literacy here. So focusing on financial literacy is good, but we can focus on other things such as ensuring that people have income equality. And that was my time. My name is Isaac Mugo from the great Nyangwa Boys. Thank you.
Nyangwa Boys. It's unethical to deny knowledge. I heard him ask, have you sat in a class, thought about the financial issues? Maybe Nyangwa Boys, there's no business studies. Maybe. But in our school, we have business studies. Yes, I will learn how to use the money. And he has also spoken about the poor. If they have the knowledge, they'll start on small things like they'll be laborers, they'll earn money, they'll be able to save this money, they'll be able to utilize this money in a useful way, which will secure their tomorrow. You understand it? So financial literacy, in short, it's like the source of everything in terms of economic value. Let's speak about the risk of poverty. Once you are financial literate, yes, you are literate in terms of financial, you'll start a business, you'll earn money. And I would like to emphasize on the other point of emergency. If you are literate enough with the financial status, you'll be able to take debts that you are able to pay, not taking significant. You can take big debts that you can't manage. So I'll humbly ask you, just because it seems like you are not prepared in the opposing side, just join us. Let's finish this debate on financial literacy as the best risk management for a secure financial future. Thank you.
My opponent has talked of business studies. And I am sure most of you are learning business studies. But according to a global financial literacy survey carried out in 2021, only 38% of Kenyans are financially literate. And I am sure out of the Kenyan population, most of them have learned business studies. So I don't think there's anywhere business studies and financial literacy can mix. And now, I think I should repeat this again. You do not understand the definition of financial literacy. Financial literacy only helps you to use financial skills. It does not provide ways of getting the finances that you will use and utilize for a better economy. Now, you have talked of very many things, a doctor, a hospital, and having the enough skills. If you talk of somebody being a doctor, and there are no hospitals, that will lead to no employment. And same case to financial literacy. If you are financially illiterate and you don't have anywhere to apply financial literacy, it will be useless. That is all from me. Thank you.
The motion was on financial literacy is the best risk management against an insecure, read that again, an insecure financial future of our country. It did not come out very clearly how the debaters did not bring it out clearly how insecure Kenya's financial future is. To individuals, Amos Ndirangu Chuka Boys, you gave a very good introduction. You defined the terms, but the conviction about the motion was not coming out, and then the flow was a bit disjointed. You gave examples, but you did not bring out the sources. Fortune Ochieng, again, good intro, but you spent a whole chunk of your time reading. And the moment you read a lot, while delivering, you lose connection with the audience and the motion too. And then your points did not come out. They did not come out because you're touching it here, you're touching it there, but generally you are a good debater. Then Kohath Munene. I'm not sure because like someone in the audience has quoted, you are a very good debater, a good speaker, but most of what you gave were imagined stories. How do you treat with knowledge but no resources? You don't have a hospital, but you have the knowledge. How do you treat without resources? You quoted that Kenya was affected by floods and the president gave 10,000 shillings. That was too imagined.
Yeah, just a very quick general shot for purposes of speaking to the heart of the motion. Financial literacy is the best risk management against an insecure financial future for our country, Kenya. Chuka, as the proposers, we expected you to also bring the knowledge somebody who is financially literate gets in terms of why we need to, why we use money, the transactionary motive, precautionary motive, speculative motive, the bit of getting loans and investment, savings and all that. That could have given you a niche above your opponents. Fortune, there is something you said about technology. I wish you went ahead and given us some online platforms that can be used to generate money. That bit could have given you a niche also. Otherwise, Nyangwa boys, I like the bit that you spoke about agricultural modernization and employment and income inequality. Generally, we are making progress, and from the judges' desk, we wish you all the best. Thank you.